The term correlation refers to relationship between two variables, how the two variables are related to each other. For example, we have a variable x and variable y. How much is the relationship between these two variables? It can be measured with the help of correlation. Correlation coefficient is denoted with small r. So wherever you see small r, it stands for. So now if we have these two variables x and y, so we can calculate its correlation with various methods. So correlation can be, your answer of correlation can be in positive, it can be in negative. It will show you how the two variables are related. If two variables have positive correlation, it means the variables are positively related. If one is going to increase, other is also going to increase. If the answer comes out to be negative, it means the correlation is negative. It means if one variable is increasing, the other variable is decreasing. I'll give you a simple example. If you have price and supply, when price increases, supply also increases. So it is an example of positive correlation. Coming to price and demand, when price increases, demand decreases. So that is the example of negative correlation. Now to calculate these correlations, we have various methods. We will discuss those methods one by one. First is the graphic method. Under the graphic method, we do not make use of any formula. We just plot the points on the graph and we find out the values. Second method is scatter plot method, or we call it scatter diagram method. Under this method, whatever the values have been given, we just put those values. It is like graphic method only. We just plot those points on the graph, but we do not join the points. Without joining the points, we just try to find out the correlation. Third is the very famous formula for correlation, which was given by Karl Pearson. That is why the name of the formula is Karl Pearson's method of correlation. So here we will apply the Karl Pearson's formula and we will directly find out the answer. Fourth method is Spearman's rank correlation. As the name suggests, it is generally used for finding the rank correlation. When the ranks are given, then you can apply this formula. And the fifth method is concurrent deviation method. Here also we will apply one formula which will be taking assistance of the deviations. So that is why it is known as concurrent deviation method. So now we will go after one by one with these methods. The first method of correlation is scatter diagram method. This method is also known as dot diagram, datagram and scattergram method. It is a very simple method in which what we do is we just plot the points on a graph like this. We will just put the points wherever the points are coming. We will just put those points like that, and we do not join these points. For example, this is our x-axis and this is our y-axis, and you have been told that on x-axis this is 10, this is 20, this is 30. Here also we can take like that. On x you have to take 10, so we have put up a 10, and from here, for example, we have to take a 7, so we have put up like this. So like this you just put the points and you do not join these points, and from here we find out whether there is correlation or not. If the diagram is like this, you can see this is very scattered. There is no correlation. Sometimes you will find the diagram to be like this. So it shows that there is high degree of positive correlation because this is going in this way. If it is other way around, for example, when you plot these points on the graph, you get a diagram like this. In that case, you can say there is high degree of negative correlation. We will not join these lines. We will simply put these points, and these points will show the correlation. Right? So from here we just try to find out the conclusion whether there is correlation or not. Sometimes you will see diagram will be like this. It shows there is no correlation at all. The correlation will be there if the there will be like this shape or like this shape. Otherwise, there is no correlation. Coming to the second method of correlation. The second method to study the correlation is graphic method. It is like the previous method only difference will be that here we will just have some lines also. Besides having the points, we will join these lines also. So this is also very simple method. So here if you have like this, and you will just plot the points as previous method. Now we will join these points also. When you join these points, it becomes a graphic method, right? So like this you can find out correlation. I'll just give you one example related to this. You have been given one data, X and Y series is there, and X data is 80, 84, 112, 106, 174, like this. The data of Y has been given 96, 108, 112, 136, 156. This is just an example. So now you have to plot these points on the graph. So what you will do is you will put this here X and here Y, and we will put these points now on the graph. So if we talk about the X, you have to start from 80. I'll take just here the values to be like this: 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. So at the first value X is 80, so this will be here. Then next is 84, so we can say it will be little up. Then next is 112, again it will be here somewhere. And then again it is 106, it will come down. Then is 174, it will go up. Like this we will join these points. This is the data of X. Now coming to Y, 96 will be somewhere else. Here it will be 108 is here. Then next will be 112, it will be somewhere here. 136 it will be here, and 156 it will be here. So you can have a dotted line for Y. So this is showing the figures of X, and this is showing the figures of Y. Here we can show the first value, the second value, the third value, the fourth value, the fifth value. So here we can see both the lines are moving upwards. So we can say there is high degree of positive correlation. So these two methods were the methods which were based on the graphic techniques, and besides that we have algebraic method also that we will discuss later.